So I think we can start now. So thank you everyone for joining today's webinar, the Wednesday weekly webinar. My name is Arjun Kharat and I'm a business analyst with the Kylas team. So today the topic that we have is one of the very interesting and important topic for us, for the CRM users, since the today's topic that we're gonna see would be ultimately gonna help on the focusing on more of leads and the communication that we would be conducting with the leads. So let's see what we have in today's topic. So starting, we would be seeing how to connect your Gallabox WhatsApp account with the KylasCRM. Followed that, we would be seeing how we can send the templatized message as well as how the incoming messages are received, and also along with that, how a lead get created when any new prospect replies to your business WhatsApp messages. And the last one, that is how to send automated WhatsApp message from the KylasCRM. Okay. So now I would be sharing my screen and would be going through the application, starting with the Gallabox setup. So once we log in into CRM application, this is the first view that we'll be seeing, that is the default dashboard. Now, in order to install the WhatsApp, what we need to do is to go to the Kylas marketplace. And here under the all application, we would be selecting the Kylas WhatsApp business message. Here at the first time you will be seeing install button. Once this is installed, okay, so here I can see all my install application. Okay, once you have installed, the first thing that you will need to do is update the API key. So how I can get the API key is we need to go to the CRM setting, then integration, and under integration we have API key. So simply we can click on the copy icon and then paste it over here. At the bottom of this API key section, you will see there are two checkboxes. One is for lead and second is contact. Here you will read out one message that will say, when syncing a WhatsApp message, we will add these business objects if not found. To put it in very simple words, so whenever a prospect replies to your WhatsApp message, the system will create a lead or contact when whatever based on the we have checked. Okay. Now the second thing that we need to do is go to the WhatsApp account setting. Here we have account, add connected account. Okay. Under this vendor tab, you will see there are multiple options since we have integrated with multiple WhatsApp business providers. Now here I would be selecting Gallabox. So as soon as I select Gallabox, I have seen that the screen listed multiple fields to integrate with Gallabox account. So these fields are vary based on different vendors. So for example, for Gupshup, the information we would need is HSM account ID and the password. In Gallabox case, we need API key, the secret access token, registered number, and last is channel ID. So where I will find this information, let's look at it. So when you log into the Gallabox, go to the setting part, and then at the bottom you will see API key. So here click on the add new. Here you would need to give the permission for this API key and click on add API key. So as soon as you click on the add API key, the system will generate a API key along with API secret that can be updated in this to feed. Then the registered mobile number, that is your WhatsApp business number. And then last one, we have the channel ID that is available under the account detail. Okay. So once we update all this information, we need to mark or check this box that is active and enable and save. So once we save all this information, this will listed on this screen. The vendor along with its status, whether it is active or not, then a webhook URL and a action edit button from where we can make any changes. One important thing for the Gallabox is that once we add this particular account, you need to copy this webhook URL and share it with the Gallabox team so that they can configure it from their end in order to receive the messages. Okay. So this is how the WhatsApp account for the Gallabox would be set up. Then moving to the next, that is WhatsApp template. So here we would be adding a WhatsApp template which can be used to send to the different leads or contact within the CRM application. So here what we need to do is simply go to the tab, select the vendor, then add the template name, the type of the template. Currently we have text. This is the one type that currently we are supporting. Then we have buttons. If the templates include any of the buttons such as quick reply or call to action, that can be selected over here. Then we have header. So if any of your template does include any of the header, that can be updated here. Then actual body of the template, any footer. Then we will select a associated entity type. So what exactly it does here is whatever the template that we would be adding, we would be associating this particular template to this type of entity. So currently I have selected lead since I would like to use this template for the lead entities only. Also, we can select for the contact as well as deal. Then we have message type, which is HSM, that is for the template, and vendor template ID, which is optional. So all this information would be available under the WhatsApp template in the Gallabox. And here you can actually select this information and copy into the template section. So here I have selected this template, the template name and the content of the template, then the entity type, that is for the lead. Then I have message type, which is HSN, vendor ID, which I have not selected since it is not a mandatory field and does not cause any issue if not selected. And the last is the status of active or inactive. Okay, so this is all about how we can set up a Gallabox account and also configure the template that we would be using in order to send to our leads. So let's look at for one example. So now I'm going on the lead listing page from the left hand side column menu. Now let me add a lead over here. Okay. So I'm adding a lead as Sandeep Sharma. I'm gonna give a dummy email address to this one and then add a phone number. Okay. Then I will be selecting the required product and let me select a sub area, which is one of my mandatory field, and save. So now I have created this lead I would be going to the productivity section. So on the lead detail form on the right hand side, this particular section. So this is called the productivity section, where you can do a lot of productivity things such as adding notes, task, meeting, email, calling, and documentation as well. So now let's go to the messaging section. I'm going to select on the new message and the drop down will pop up send WhatsApp message. So as soon as I click on the WhatsApp message, I will see what are the current operator or vendor I have configured that would be show up. So for today, I would be selecting Gallabox. Now here we have this three important field. The first one is the mobile number. So in case you have multiple mobile numbers, you can choose one of the number on which you would like to send the messages. Then I will be selecting the template. So remember the template that we have used under here, Gallabox, it is the same template that is showing up under the drop down. And the message body says, thank you for connecting with us, and remaining the message body from the template. So as soon as I click, we will see a delivery message that reads out such as message delivery is in progress. Please check logs for more information. So let's go to the logs. That is the second tab under the WhatsApp. So here we are also generating the logs as to when this message got sent with the status, the remote ID. Also, along with this, we are giving other details such as the template that was used. We can also view the content of the template, the status. If any error occurred, then it will list down the error as well. And at the last, we have action where we can actually see the details of this message. So now, since I have sent this message, let me go back under the messaging. So I will see the message that the template includes is listed over here. So this is the same message that we were seeing at the time of template selection in the body section. So let me log in to my WhatsApp as well so that I can show you how this message will show up here. Okay, so you have seen that I have received the message that was sent from the CRM application. Okay, now the second thing is we would be seeing is to how a lead gets created when there is a response received on your business WhatsApp or the campaign that you have run. Okay, so for that, let me do one thing. What I will do is I will delete this particular lead from this system. This is the second one. Okay, so now if I search with this number, I will see there is no rows found. That means there is no lead with this number. Okay, so let me do one thing. So as soon as I send a response to this number, you will see there is a message populated that a message has been received from this lead. So let me go back again to the listing and search for this number. So I can see a new lead has been created in my system based on the response that I have received. So how this new lead got created is under the API section of WhatsApp Business, we have marked lead checkbox so that whenever a response is done by the prospect, and if that number is not existing in the system, then the system will create a lead for the response. Okay. Now with this, we have almost covered our first 2 points, that is how we can connect or integrate our Gallabox account with the CRM application. Then the second is how we can send the templatized message, and also how a lead gets created when a prospect responds to your WhatsApp messages. Now moving to the last, that is how to send automated WhatsApp message from KylasCRM. Okay. So now to have this automation, what we need to do is go to our CRM setting. So from this setting icon, I'm going to CRM setting. Then under automation, I'm selecting workflow. So here I have created two workflow where we would be seeing two examples. Okay, so here under this workflow, I have selected entity as a lead. Then I have selected the action type and the trigger preference, that is when a lead is created on immediate basis based on this condition. So the condition is when this sub area is equals to Pimpri. From the action, I have selected Webhook, and here I have configured this Webhook. So I have given WhatsApp automated the Webhook name, the little description as to what exactly gonna happen from this Webhook. Then I have pasted a URL in the Webhook section. So this is the URL that we need to paste from the account section so that the response will be delivered to the respective numbers. Then authorization, if there are any authorization. If not, you can simply select the first option, that is no authentication required. And under the parameter, I have added this much of parameter. So the parameter first, that is entity ID. I have selected the parameter type as lead, since we are gonna sending all the WhatsApp SMS messages on the lead, and given the parameter value as ID. Then phone number of lead. Third one is template ID, that is the custom parameter, and I have given the template ID number that is available under the template section. This is the 79. Okay, then API key, which I have used from the API tab. This is the API key that I have used. And last one is the entity type, custom parameter, and for the lead. So basically, to sum up this, what exactly I'm doing here is when a lead is created and the sub area that I have used in the workflow. So when this condition matches, with the help of this webhook, a automated message will be sent to this lead. So to identify the lead, this is the parameter I have given: the lead ID, the phone number of the ID, the template that I need to use, and the API key to identify the WhatsApp that needs to be used in order to send the message, and the entity type, which means whether we would be sending it on lead, a contact, or a date. Okay, So let's do it for one of the lead. So let me okay. So let me delete this one. Okay. So under this workflow, the condition I have used is when sub area is equals to Pimpri. So I'm going to add another lead, that is Atharva Shastri. I'm going to use sample email address, then phone number. Then I would be selecting a product, and then the last would be selecting the area that I have used in the workflow. Okay, so here what we need to do is pay a little bit attention here. So let me read out this message and go back again. Okay, so as soon as I save this particular lead, I'm gonna receive a message on the number that I have updated. So as soon as I save, I can see I have received a message at 5:58, which is the current time, and based on the condition that I have used. Okay, so this was the very simple automation example. The second example that I would like to show over here is for the variable. So here in this workflow, again, I have selected entity as lead, and here I have selected when a lead is updated based on the sub area, which includes old value as own. And again, I have given the same parameter. The only thing that I have changed or added extra is that this variable name. So since we deal with different people, we always want that the message that we are delivering is included the exact information, such as the lead's first name, last name, or even if any other information that you would like to include. So let's look at one example over here. So I'm gonna add one more lead over here. Okay. So the reason I'm creating and deleting this lead is because I have set one unique strategy where I do not want duplicate leads with the same number or even the email address. So again, I'm gonna use the same name, Atharva Shastri, then a dummy email. Let me add a phone number over here, 667091223. Then I'm going to select the product requirement, and here the sub area that I need to choose would be based on this own that I have used in the workflow. Okay. Now here, if we see the action type and trigger preference that I have set is when a lead is updated. So currently what we have done is added a new lead with the same parameter, that is on, but the only thing is that we haven't made any update so far. So what I'm gonna do is simply update. I'm gonna perform some updates on this lead. So as soon as I click this do not checkbox and save, I should be seeing a WhatsApp message. So I can also see the name for the WhatsApp message has been changed to Shastri, which is a last name of this lead. Okay, and how that got delivered is based on the Webhook parameters that I have used over here. So I think with this automation, we have covered today's our 3 topic. So let's go back. So let me quickly summarize what we have seen today is how we can connect our Gallabox WhatsApp account with the KylasCRM. Then also we have seen how we can configure the templatized messages and send it to different leads within the CRM application. Also, we have seen how a new lead gets created when a prospect replies to your message. And the last one, but not the least, that is how to send automated WhatsApp message from Kylas CRM. So here we can use different cases, such as when a lead is moved to a particular pipeline, or when there is a new activity performed on a lead, we can send different templatized message to these leads. Okay, now today's webinar. Stay tuned with us for the upcoming features that we would be releasing also, and stay connected. Thank you.